Hello, everyone, and welcome to Newly Forged. Apologies for the slight delay there. We were having some technical difficulties. Welcome in, everyone. Nice to see you. Hello. Hello. NYC Zombie just resubscribed for 12 months with Amazon Prime. Thank you very much, NYC. Much appreciative. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream. We normally play in the world of Nuuli, which came out of my brain. But with summer being what it is, and people coming and going, and schedules and vacations and craziness, we are doing what we call our summer sessions. This year, we are doing Forged in Ice, a Critical Role-inspired adventure set in Wildemount on the world of Exandria that came out of Matt Mercer's brain. So that's fun and exciting, because everybody loves Critical Role. And honestly, the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount is probably the best, one of the best source books, definitely the best setting book that 5e's come out with. It doesn't have any of the problems that Ravenloft had. It doesn't have other problems, etc., etc., etc. It's just great. And if you haven't checked it out, you should definitely check it out. Yeah, that's my spiel on that. Cool. As you can see, we are currently down a Tanner and a Matt. Tanner will be here in a bit. He's just got some construction he's dealing with at home. And Matt, unfortunately, will be out for the night. He is doing work in LA, I believe, this evening. He was supposed to be here, but then stuff happened. So we will be down Matt tonight. But we have two of our players with us right here, right now. So let's get on up in their grill and find out who the hell they are. But before we do that, big shout out to a couple of new friends who have followed us. End Tempest, End 7 Empest. I don't know, End 7? What do you want to be? I don't know. But they followed us 4 days ago, and Rolling with My Nomies followed us 7 hours ago. So, End 7 and Nomies, thank you so much for becoming a forger and tagging along. I hope you enjoy yourselves. I hope you can come in and see the show. Thank you very much. But now let's introduce our two friends who are here. We have, of course, starting at the top, and introduce yourself, your character, and why don't you answer a warm-up question tonight. Warm-up question tonight is, does your character see the mug as half empty or half full? And what's in the mug?
What's in the mug?
What's in the mug? What's in the mug?
In the mug.
What's in the mug? Great. So we're going to start off at the top of the 2x stack that we got here. We're going to start off with Amber.
Hi, I'm Amber. I play Bloodwyn Bloodaxe, the formerly sort of still tiefling, but undeadish barbarian. And I think the glass is perfectly half full, and it is full of the cleanest, clearest water that you can find at the heart of the mountains of Utherdurn.
Fair
Perfect.
enough.
It has to be precisely half full. If it goes in one direction or the other, it's just not okay.
Well, all things in equal balance, I guess. So good to know.
Exactly.
I've got it. Thank you for the Pikachus. Always nice to see you, buddy. Following down, we then got our friendly neighborhood Mike.
Yes. Hello. I play Phineas Skyrain, your royal Drakenblood Dragonborn artificer. And he also sees the glass as half full. Literally, probably wine. But metaphorically, opportunities, power, wealth. love
Mm,
from his parents.
Ooh.
A lot
fascinating.
more happening. Yeah, a lot more happening inside that glass than one can perceive.
Interesting. I find this all very interesting indeed. Hmm.
And will it come into play tonight?
It may. It may indeed. Who knows?
Hmm.
Who's to say, right? Because it's kind of a crazy
You,
wild time
your
here.
God.
I present opportunities for enhancement. That
There you
is
go.
all that I do.
Fair enough.
I think so. Well, that was a quick round of intros.
Yeah, there's
Because
only two of us. Sorry.
we've got two at the moment.
When I was a wee child, I hated my bike, my first bike. That was a big deal.
You know, I also was never big into biking. Like even as a kid, when you're supposed to like love being out and riding bikes and whatever. I like riding a bike was like wasn't my jam.
I was just so mad that it wasn't the bike I wanted
Uh,
that when I was learning how to ride it, I spent the whole time screaming and crying. But then in the same afternoon, I crashed and my parents pulled me out of the way of a car in the parking lot, which was going admittedly very
Oh,
slow,
wow.
but I like fought my way out of their arms to get back to my bike.
oh
So I went
no.
from hating this bicycle and being so mad at my parents to riding it in the parking lot and being like, no, my bike, the car's gonna hit it. That summarizes, I think, my existence very accurately.
Fair. I still mistrust cyclists, especially in New York,
Mm,
because even though like they have their own lanes in a lot of places now, they will still get all up in my sidewalk, and I am
yeah,
10,000 times more afraid of being hit by a cyclist than I am a car living in the city.
that's fair. One of my friends, actually, a group of my friends, are very big into cycling in the city. It's her primary mode of transportation. And I went cycling with them one time, and I was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" They were like off and away, and I was like, "I'm just gonna follow traffic laws and go really carefully. I
Yeah,
don't know how
they're
you do
insane.
this."
And I have good friends
Yeah,
who love to cycle in the city,
yeah,
and I think they're crazy for it.
it's wild.
They're otherwise good hearted, intelligent people, but like on a bike, I just think anyone on a bike, you're crazy. Because I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on in your brain. And also, a friend of mine just had a massive bike accident out on a vacation with his family. Ended up with a broken leg and fractured ankle.
Oh
Bikes are
my goodness.
horrible. Stay away from bikes.
Bikes. Well, okay. I won't. That's not the takeaway here necessarily. I think it's bike carefully. That's the takeaway. Don't bike like a crazy person.
I mean, sure, that's probably the more responsible takeaway, but the like TLDR, don't get on a bike. Just don't.
Sure, sure. Fine.
I mean, learn how to ride
I
one,
feel like
but
having a
learn how to
different
ride one
mindset.
responsibly.
Yeah. Bike responsibly. Drink responsibly. Bike responsibly.
Mhm.
Especially if you're doing one or both at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Biking and riding is still bad.
yes, it
I
is.
mean, drinking and riding.
Yep. I remember a cop came to our school once, like for safety week or whatever the hell it was. It was like seventh grade. And he was like, "Who here rides a bike?" And like everybody raised their hand. And he's like, "No, you're wrong. You all drive a bike."
Oh God, go
And so
home.
it was like, "Okay,
Go
guy.
home, cops are drunk.
Like colloquialisms exist. Get over it." Like
Yeah.
And he was like, and he
No.
lambasted into this like, "That's why you drive in the same direction as traffic and da 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 da. You've got wheels. You obey the traffic laws. Da 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 da." And we were
You
like,
have bike
"Okay, dude.
insurance.
Yeah, no one's got bike insurance. Well, I guess people have bike insurance, but not for. Well, I don't know. Maybe they do.
No. There might be insurance. I
It is
feel
a
like
thing. No, it's a thing. I've recently heard about it, but I mean, obviously, it's more for people who are hardcore into bike riding,
yeah.
with the super fancy, expensive bikes.
Sure, I'll buy that. Well, I've Got It would disappear for hours on their bike, which I'm amazed you're alive still. I'm happy you're alive still, but I'm amazed. Did you how did you disappear? Did you just cast a spell invisibility or travel to another plane of existence? What are we talking about? But anyway, let's do a little recap and find out what happened last time on Forged in Ice. Last time on Forged in Ice, our group of comrades, Alkin, Elixiros, Bloodwen, and Phineas, all bound together by purpose and coin, trekked through the frozen lands of Iselcross. Despite severe weather hindrances, avalanches, and tense moments of interactions between the party members, they ultimately found trail of a little tiny ice elemental called a mephit, an ice mephit to be exact. And after following them for a couple of hours, found what they were looking for, a location identified as Salsvault based on the carvings above the main entryway, which also happened to be the ruin where Ergon Wenth originally found the vials containing the frigid woe. Upon arrival, they ended up having to do some battle with a couple of ice mephits and deciphered an ancient warning in the first room. However, their entry or their communication thereof caused a surprise when one of the doors to the room opened and the group was attacked by two suits of animated ancient armor that managed to put their foes down fairly quickly in a tense combat, and Elixiros drove headfirst into the next room. Dun dun dun. And that is where we will pick up. Elixiros has gone into the room to the south, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. You entered from the east. So let's give you a look here, and let's go to the map, shall we?
Map time!
Map time, indeed. Here we go. All right. So Elixiros has entered the room. Entered into the room, and what he sees, he looks around and he calls back that it appears that everything is A-okay.
I guess we go in.
Yeah, we'll follow suit.
Yeah, he enters in. You all can enter into the room. And what you see in here are stone tables which are smashed to pieces at this eastern end of the room here. And you see two open stone chests against the western wall, and a layer of fine sand is coating the inside of the chest and the floors around them.
I'm gonna guess this is where they took things from. Already, perhaps.
You're free to make an investigation check if either of you would like to.
I would love to.
Go for it.
13.
13.
17.
Ooh. Yeah, so both of you looking around, Bloodwen, you immediately notice that the sand on the ground has two dwarf-sized boot prints in it. So you figure one's probably from Orvo, who told you about this place, and one is from, most likely, Ergon. You also see a set of some boots made by some human-sized feet, and you figure out that That must be the animated armor that just walked through that are now piles in the ground back behind you here. But otherwise, looking through the rubble, Phineas, you don't find anything. Looking in the chests, they are otherwise empty. There is a closed door to the south. And then back in the first room, there was that other closed door that led to the north.
I wonder if they had to fight these things the first time, and if they come back to life.
You would recall that Orvo told you about these things, and that when they showed up, the two dwarves grabbed what they could and ran.
Got it.
Well, I don't think they made it any farther than this.
Yes.
I will go up to this door. I will knock on the door and then listen for any sound from the other side.
Okay. Make a perception check.
It's a nat 20. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, a nat 20. Very good. Yeah, so on a nat 20, you hear slight shifting, as though something was like attempting to dig through rubble or something like that.
Okay. I'll look back to the rest of the group and say, oh, I don't say anything. I just sigh. Shake my head.
With a natural 20, I will say, it doesn't sound like something is shifting through the rubble like they're digging through it, more like they're like trying to wriggle out of it. So it's not
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah.
It could be like a giant tentacle monster wiggle itself out of the ground.
You hear something? You just sighed. What's over there?
It sounds like some shifting on the floor there. Could be something wiggling itself out. I know that's very precise, but it's what the ears pick up. Anyways, you should take the lead on this one. You're so strong. And I'll step away from the door. I forgot. Is everyone sort of healed up?
We took a short rest. We have not taken a long rest.
Right.
Well, you just beat up that those things of armor, but you haven't rested since then.
So we did not take a short rest.
You took... Yeah.
I thought at the end of last session we said we were short resting.
No, I think you said you wanted to, but then Elixeros charged into this room.
Okay.
So you could take one now.
I guess I'm sort of okay to keep going. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I can. It looks like I got healed.
Yeah, I healed you at the end.
Full health. Okay, great. Yeah, sure. Or let's go.
All right, I'm right behind you.
Rage anymore, but we can go look in this room. Oh goodness. We're gonna have to figure out access to characters because we're gonna jump right into battle, aren't we?
Who knows?
Right.
Okay, I will slowly open the door. My great axe out.
Yeah, and slow is the key word here, because it's a big 10-foot stone slab of a door, so it's like, to get into it. You got to kind of put a little force into it, but it is still doable without too much of an issue. Here we go. Yeah.
There's some rubble.
Yep, there's a bunch of rubble in there.
All right. Be careful peeking around the corner.
Is there more armor?
Make a perception check.
A 7.
Cool.
Distracted by this door and the rubble.
Yeah, so you see this rubble and a pile or pieces of rusty plate armor kind of scattered in among the rubble, and destroyed stone furniture. Up over here, there's this anvil that looks like it's attached to the floor, or it's like built into the floor somehow. And what is obvious, or was obviously once a furnace, but it's ice cold right now. Kind of across from this furnace here in the rubble, you see 2 humanoid feet sticking out of the pile of rubble.
Like actual humanoid feet.
Yeah, I mean, they got boots on, but that's what you see.
All right, well, I'm going to go help those humanoid feet.
Wait, are we sure we want to do that? You could be pulling out a zombie, a skeleton that comes to life.
It's got boots. It's trying
If
to
skeletons wear boots, all right, don't discriminate.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to go help the feet.
Okay.
This doesn't make sense.
So you start moving rubble, and like it's going to take you some time to like get this thing out, because it's just like big. If you had help, it would probably go quicker, but you figure it's going to take you like 10 minutes.
Gross would help, right?
Make a persuasion check, DC 12.
Okay. Oh yeah, 17.
Yeah, Alexaros and Alkin will both help.
He doesn't want me to take the lead.
Indeed.
I will ready my crossbow just in case anything fishy happens.
Sure. So the 3 of you spend about 3 minutes or so just kind of moving bits of rubble, large pieces of stone furniture that have fallen over. When the last bit, and it's just a fine coat, when the last big piece is put up, you kind of heave it up out. And that's when, springing up out of the rubble, a zombie attacks you.
Yay!
Are you serious?
Zombie!
I told you.
It's got boots.
I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative here.
Wait, because I readied my action. Do I?
Yeah, you can. You can make an attack roll. Sure, I'll allow it.
I told you. But no one wants to listen to me because I'm a douchebag.
Yes.
I get it.
I mean, there might be a correlation there. It's hard to tell.
Right. Yeah, there's.
You keep wandering off on your own. You're not
a 10 to hit?
A 10 will hit.
Okay.
It is a zombie.
Four.
It is not overly powerful.
Well, I mean, it could be wearing armor, so.
No, it appears to be wearing like an apron of some kind.
Apron and boots. Kinky.
Yeah. All right. Do I have initiatives?
Oh, sorry.
Remember to click your token.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That is clicked.
How are we gonna highlight?
Yeah, for the other 2
kids?
that are not here.
You can look at their character sheet and just hit the initiative button. I'll add it.
Cool. Oh, that's you. It's me. Do you want to do Alex or Alkane? Alkin.
I'll do Ross. Sure.
Cool. I have multiple personalities.
Hold on, let me pull up their sheet.
I cannot click his token.
Don't worry about the token. Just click the
Roll
initiative.
9.
All right. Great. Alkin gets a 9.
Sorry, and Mr. Ross.
What you got, Mike?
There we go.
I feel like that was
That was intentional.
exactly.
No, actually, no. I would want him to go first.
All right. Cool. Well, here we go. Actually, the zombie gets to go first in a surprising turn of events. So this zombie stands up, thunk, gets thudded with a crossbow bolt, but that does not stop it. Bloodwin, you are the closest to it, and it just kind of raises its fist and slams against you. That is an 18 to hit
That'll hit.
for 7 bludgeoning damage.
Woof. Cool.
And
Wow.
yeah, that is its turn. Phineas, we're back to you with Alkin on deck.
Let me do an Nemo burst at it.
Yeah, go for it.
17 to hit for 6 thunder damage.
Yeah, so your little air dragon kind of coalesces around your arm, flies out, and detonates right in this thing's face for 6 thunder damage. Next up, we have Alkin with Bloodwin on deck.
Great. Alkin is going to do the glaive thing.
Yeah.
24.
24 absolutely slashes deep into this here zombie, slicing away.
Nice.
Yeah, very nicely done. It's just getting like pummeled. It's like poo, 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 poo. Next up, we got Bloodwin. Elixir-Ross is on deck.
Remembered what character I'm playing. Okay, great. I'm going to hit it.
All right.
Or endeavor to. Only a 9. Never mind.
A 9 hits.
Oh, wow. Well, good. 12 damage, please.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay. Let's see. It drops to the ground. And the body lies still and unmoving. You just decapitate this zombie, and the head rolls off, flinging over into the bed of cold coals that once illuminated the forge of this area. Well done indeed.
Wham bam. I hope that wasn't somebody we should talk to find the cure.
Who's to say?
No, I don't think that was. And 2, I'm still sort of waiting for that apology.
Why?
Because I was right. It could have been a zombie. Could have been a skeleton. It was a zombie.
I don't need to apologize about that.
No, not. You don't feel guilty at all? Not even a little bit?
It was a zombie. Nobody got hurt except me. And we just killed it.
Okay. I know apologies are tough for you. Don't worry, we'll work on it. Maybe the next
I'll
round.
look at Ross and shake my head.
Elixir-Ross and Alkin both look at each other and both roll their eyes. Which is especially impressive because Alkin you can't really see out of his eyes. So
Yeah, Alkin's eyes are just I guess I'm gonna go look at the anvil and stuff. I am curious about, because, this was clearly a forge and somehow this guy was a zombie. Something important was happening here, right? Cop
Perhaps.
instincts are tingling.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a investigation check if you would like.
I would love to. A 16.
Yeah. So, looking around, this forge has not been lit in a very, very, very long time. It's cold to the touch. The anvil seems well used and dinged. Like it's been beat up fairly, or like it's well used, but it's got like more dents than you would think like a hard iron anvil would have. Pardon me. So you kind of like look around and you look over at the zombie who's got like some kind of like robes on it. But you look at the apron that's like kind of come undone and like flinged off, and you see something glinting in the zombie's apron.
I take it.
Yeah, you kind of pull them out of the like front pocket there, and it's a set of really like bent up and damaged tools, but the metal is really shiny and seems unique.
Cool.
Make
Do you
an
know what this metal is?
I will let you make a nature check with advantage given your background.
That's cool. Cool. 15?
You're not sure, but it's definitely not steel or anything like that. You think they might actually be like they're shiny enough, and like they're the only shiny thing in this room. It's possible they're mithril, but you're not sure.
Cool. I've heard about metal like this that lasts a long time and stays shiny.
Yeah.
Guess I'll hang on to these.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so other than the apron and the aforementioned boots, you do notice that like the robes, he's wearing robes like under the apron, and they're like archaic looking. And they are they're damaged, like between being trapped in the rubble for who knows how long, and the many slashing and attacks it just took. The robes were kind of shredded.
Right.
But they look really old.
So somehow this really old zombie was still shuffling around in here. Maybe he
I'm
was
guessing there's a
making
lot
them.
more of them.
I guess so. But what causes like people to be zombies? I guess I've never really thought about that.
It's possible if we go further in, we'll find a cause to all of this. I'm gonna guess magic though.
Sure.
Deep,
I guess so.
dark magic, and I'll stare at
Sure,
Ross.
first.
Anyways, I'm gonna do the same technique as the other door, and I'm going to knock, then listen,
All right.
because it worked so well the last time.
All right, go ahead, give it a knock, and give it a listen. Yeah, make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
It is perfectly quiet on the other side. There's whatever room it leads to. It is silent as a grave, for lack of a better term.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Okay. This room sounds safe.
I guess
You want to take the lead again?
Sure. Why not?
All right. Put your muscles to the test. Push that door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's actually a pull. But you pull the door open and look down this hallway. And with your various forms of dark vision, you see that it's just an empty hallway. Empty, that is, except for the 3 zombies in those same old robes now lurch towards you.
More of the old robed zombies. I wonder if all of these people like took an oath. They're all wearing the same robes.
They are indeed wearing the same robes. We're going to keep the same initiative order, just because it's easier that way.
Shoot. And the zombies go up first.
That's true. They do. That's exciting.
Exciting for some.
Yeah, it seems like they were just waiting for the doors to open, because they are right there.
Commotion.
They may have heard a knock on the door or something. Like, who's to say? But they do. This one comes right up, and this one comes right up, and this one comes right in.
Yep.
Bunk. And they just sort of do that zombie swarm action thing. They're coming for y'all. So one of them is going to smash its fist into Phineas. That's an 11 to hit.
That's a miss.
All right. The other 2 are smashing into Bloodwind. That is a 17 for 6 bludgeoning damage, and an 18 for another 6 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm. I am very hurt.
And Phineas, it is your turn.
Just a moment. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna help out Bloodwin and go for this guy in front of her.
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm using a Nemo Burst.
All right. Make an attack roll at disadvantage.
I guess I'll...
A 12 will hit for 9 thunder damage. Your little dragon detonates right in the face of this zombie.
Nice.
Cool.
Anything else from you, Phineas? Alkin is on deck.
That's it.
All right. Then we got Alkin.
Great. Keep it simple. I'm going to glaive that one that's closest.
Yeah, go for it.
13.
13 will hit for a mighty 6. Boom. Anything else?
No. Not at the moment.
All right. Then we go to Bloodwen with Elixeros on deck.
Great. I guess I will hit this one.
Yeah, go for it.
Stand up. Take the hits. Grr. 17.
17 absolutely hits for 13 damage. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's enough, and it just drops to the ground, unmoving.
Sweet.
Yeah, good job. Anything else from Bloodwind?
That's all I can do. I'm good.
We go now to Elixeros.
Okay, I can't move him, but I would move him next to Phineas
Well, that would
Yeah.
there's a big door open there, so moving there would not be
I
useful.
can't see. Is this shadow? Sorry.
Yes, the shadow indicates the door.
Changes things up. All right, so then I'll just do Eldritch Blast on. Do it on this guy, farthest away from him.
Yeah, go ahead. Make an Eldritch Blast roll. Woof.
A 19 to hit.
Yeah, Alexaros just raises his hand and releases this bolt of energy. Yeah. This like gathering smoky orb that just fires out and blasts square on into this thing. Woof. Leaving us with some zombie friends, who are going to attack the same targets. One at Phineas, that is an 8 to hit, which will miss. And one at Bloodwen, that is a 17 for 5 damage.
Oof.
All right, I'm down.
Bloodwen falls unconscious and prone.
Womp.
Very sad.
Indeed.
This zombie then shifts over her dead body into this area.
She's not quite dead yet.
Well, he doesn't know that. Difficult terrain, obviously, between the rubble and her body. But that brings us to Phineas.
Great. Phineas will take care of this one in front of him with the Anemo Burst.
All right, attack at disadvantage. A 12 will hit for 1 thunder damage. So the little dragon just kind of, as soon as it leaves your hands, it goes. Phew! So most of the energy kind of goes off to the side, but it does hit it. So it takes a point of thunder damage. We go then to Alkin with Bloodwen on deck. So what will Alkin do, Amber?
Sorry, I was trying to read up on one of my new Hollow One things.
Yeah, no worries.
Alkin's gonna do the glaive thing like you do. I guess attack the one that was attacked most recently.
Yeah.
13 for 9 slashing.
Yeah, that'll hit. 1 solid slash with a glaive. Bloodwen, I need you to go ahead and describe what flashes before your eyes as you make this death save privately to me.
Oh, we'll just be flying over the city again. That happens rather frequently.
Okay.
How do I do this? GR?
Yep, GR/GR D20. Cool. And as you see that cityscape flash before your eyes, you see something in the distance as though it was something you gave up in order to return here. And that reminds you that you did return here, and you stand up with 1 hit point on a 17.
Huzzah! I need to fill in the details on my character sheet so I don't have to look this up every time. I'm gonna stand up, and I will waste no time. I'm going to attack this one.
Yeah, do it.
22 for 6 slashing.
Oh yeah, you slash right into this bad boy. Deep cut right through an arm, big chunk of flesh flocks onto the ground.
Boom.
Wild times. Next up, we got Elixaros.
He will do the Eldritch Blast again.
All right.
And he will do the one on this side of Bloodwen.
Yeah, go for it.
A 14 to hit or 7 points of damage.
That same smoky black orb falls into this this guy here, or smashes into the guy, and you see that like it falls down, crumpling to the ground, and then rises back up. Seems like it's still cooking. Anything else from Elixir-os?
No. No, he'll stay.
All right.
Stand his ground there.
Zombies are going to zombie. One at Phineas. That is an 8 to hit.
Miss.
And one at Bloodwin again. That's a 22 to hit. This second guy hits hard.
That one's
for 7 damage. And you go down again. This second guy is beefy.
It's hitting super hard, right?
That brings us to Phineas. Luckily, the one in front of Phineas can't hit shit.
Right? Let's see. He's gonna... How is the one that's in front of me? How's he looking?
It's a walking corpse. Kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, but I've been blowing shit up at him, and other people have been hitting him.
Yeah, you've seen Alkin lay into him with 2 slices of a glaive, but he's still standing, and he still looks like a corpse that's trying to kill you.
Okay, so since the one in front of me is not hitting me, I will attack the one that's over here.
Okay.
An emo burst, same thing.
All right. Attack at disadvantage. Yep. An 11 will hit for 9 thunder damage. Okay. And the creature gets blasted against the wall, but still rises again. And that was a pretty powerful burst there, and it's still...
Right? Yeah.
Still kicking. Anything else, Phineas?
That's it.
All right, Alkin, with Bloodwin on deck.
What Alkin's gonna do? Glaive again.
Which one are you glaving?
This one.
Okay, great. A 12 will hit for
5 damage.
For 5 slashing damage, which like cleaves like deep into this thing, and like he shoves the point through and kind of like lifts it up a little bit, and then like pulls back on the blade, and like the creature like tumbles a bit, and then rises up yet again. Back to Bloodwind. You have fallen unconscious again, and what are you seeing as your life flashes before your eyes?
I think now I'm gonna see my dad leaning over me going, "You fell again?" And it's like a flashback. I'm a child, and it's a flashback to me like climbing a tree and having fallen out of it, or like a wall, I guess, in the city of Uthadern.
You gotta stick it in, girl. Get up and try again. Get yourself going.
Exactly. A 19.
Yeah. Your father's encouragement comes to you, and you stand up with a 19. Well done.
We're gonna try again. I wonder how this doesn't run out, does it? It's just a thing I do now.
Having given up a portion of your previous existence, this is a benefit of that, even though something deep inside you is missing.
Off.
Yeah.
Yikes.
21 for 8. It's not going to be enough.
You slash into this thing. Okay. And like you hack off a good like slice of the rotten flesh along its like collarbone, just like deep down, like full mastectomy thing, and it still crumbles up. Like somehow it is still just barely holding itself together. Almost looked like it didn't come back that time.
Almost. Okay.
Next up, we got Elixaros with Phineas on deck-ish.
He will. You know what? Let him. His Eldritch Blast didn't work, so he'll come. He'll move down to here and attack it with his war pick.
All right, great. Go for it.
$11 for 11.
Yeah, that's a solid pick right through the skull of this thing. Yeah. And you see the like milky white eyes, like kind of dim, and like viscous liquids from like inside the brain pour out through the wound that's Elixaros has picked into the skull, and also like leak from behind the eyes as it like goes limp and then kind of falls off the edge of the war pick, like into a pile, and does not move again.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, Elixaros. Next up, we've got Zombie, who's gonna just slam into the silly little Dragonborn. But not with a 6. This bitch ain't hit once.
I feel kind of bad for it.
It's trying so hard.
Really? I know. I'm starting to feel it.
Like it is so like decayed. You can't tell what species it once was, but like it is just having a rough go. But Phineas, it's your turn.
Birds doesn't work. I guess I could try. Hold on, just a second.
What you gonna do, Phineas?
That's great. I use my Nemo burst.
All right, attack at disadvantage. An 18 will hit it, blasting it yet again.
Wow.
Just kind of a little off to the side, but it takes a bit of hurt. Next we got Alkin. Bloodwind on deck.
Right.
Yes, 17 for 9. Definitely hits. Okay. And this thing, Alkin like shoves this through the end of the glaive through, and it kind of, and he pulls it off, and it kind of stumbles and falters, but still stands, and its head shifts in Alkin's direction.
Cool.
Bloodwind.
I attacks.
Yeah, go ahead, make your attack.
A natural 20 for a total of 17 damage.
Oh my gosh. You clear, wind up, and like kind of underarm, like begin cleaving up by like its hip, and the blade slices quite through the rib cage and whoosh, kind of diagonally off the other side of the neck, and the zombie falls apart in 2 gross, disgusting, gooey halves, kind of like there's a few spurts of a black liquid that hopefully doesn't mean anything bad, but it falls to the ground and does not move again.
Well, that was exciting.
Where was that earlier? Because I have to admit, that was pretty badass.
What? I just...
The thing you did.
What thing?
Just now.
You mean using my axe? I've been
Yes.
using my axe this whole time.
But not like you did just now.
Well, you know, sometimes you gotta have the right moment. It's called battling. You have to have an opening.
And a finisher, I guess. Well, I will search these zombies for anything.
They got a whole lot of ruined robes on them. That's about it.
Okay. Then, I'm sorry, Bloodwind. I couldn't help but notice you fell down a couple of times. Do you need to sit and rest a little bit? Need a baby nap?
That is probably a good idea in case there are more zombies. I mean, I could just keep getting up. Probably? I think that's the thing that I do now. But probably would be better if I didn't have to do that.
Sure. Okay. So, I mean, it sounds like you want to say, let's take a nap here.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Short one.
We can.
Yes. What time would it be? Where are we? We're running out of days, but what's an hour as opposed to spending more time unconscious?
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's still like it's still early afternoon.
Early in the morning,
so.
right?
Well, it's early afternoon, so.
We'll take an hour.
All right. Yeah, you can all take an hour and rest. As you do so, so are you like closing the door and like?
Yes,
or,
I think that's
okay.
best.
I think we'll close the hallway door. Maybe we can leave this one open because we've been through
That's
there.
fair. Yeah. And it just
Okay.
leads to back outside.
All right. So you're gonna rest here in this like forge room.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So you hunker down for like an hour. As you're resting kind of next to this anvil that you were looking at earlier, Bloodwind, you notice that there is engraving on the bottom of it. And it just says, crafted by Ivy, got it. in like an ancient common.
Old English.
Yeah, like any F's look like S's and vice versa and all that jazz. It takes you a good like 15 minutes to make it out, but you realize, oh, it's a crafter's mark. Like whoever I.V. got it was.
That's very cute.
They apparently made anvils.
Really nice anvils.
Yeah, it's sturdy. Cool. So yeah, roll hit dice if you want. You each have 2 hit die
Ta-da.
available to you. Yeah. So an hour goes by unmolested. Where are you off to next? Are you going to continue down the hallway or head back the other way? Down the hallway, okay.
Yeah, down the hallway. We'll open the door again. Come back down. So we see
Oh no, the
that
zombies
door.
regenerated.
That door.
Yeah, so down this hallway, you see with your various forms of dark vision, you do see that there are indeed 4 doors down this hallway.
I will say, you know what? I'm going to go through this door. And I'll open this door here.
Okay.
Okay. You push open the doorway. And what you see is a room just covered with like broken like swords and cracked hammers. Let me open the door for you here. There are cracked hammers, like frozen spears, like frost-covered spears and whatnot. There are broken swords, just kind of all over the floor in here, that are and empty like iron weapon racks that are on the walls, like like weapon holders. And just looking at it, probably when this crashed to the ground, like all these weapons like just fell out and broke, and the cold has gotten to them over time. So yeah, that is what you see and hear.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing salvageable.
You
can't tell from here. You'd have to go in and look.
I'm gonna go in and look.
I'll take a same. Take a peek
I like
inside. I'll just do like a visual scan of this room here.
Yeah, so you all can go in and look. Alkin will stay in the hallway with Elixeros. Actually, Elixeros would go in the room as well. You can all make investigation or perception checks.
I rolled an 11.
Cool. Yeah, you go in the room, you start digging around in the armor. Phineas, you start digging around in the arms. And you start digging around in there. So you're about halfway into the room, kind of like digging through the pile. All three of you kind of end up halfway in the room. And that's when you do notice something. That's when you hear a bit of rustling. And 5 swords appear. They don't appear, they rise up from the debris.
Oh my god, they come to life.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And they begin to attack you. So I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Yay! This is so much fun. I like attack swords.
Oh, man.
Yay, attack. Yes, these flying swords just roll up out of nowhere.
Love it. Alkin got an 11. I got a 6.
Excellent. And what did Elixeros get?
He got a 10.
Bonk. Alkin got a 11. And Elixeros got a 10. Who is more dex? Well, Phineas, you can go before Elixir. Well, who's got the higher dex?
Phineas got 19.
Oh, Phineas got 19. Oh, it just probably because you had your thing selected. All right, cool. All right. Then Phineas, you get to go first in this
right.
fanciful combat.
I hate this. I'm going to say they're just floating swords. They have no arms or hands. We can lock them back into this room. I will shoot off an Anemo burst at, let's do this one right here.
All right, make an attack roll at disadvantage.
So 19. Yeah, I've won again.
Yeah, the dragon. It's hard to hit because it's like a slender object that's floating in space, but still, your little air dragon kind of explodes right in front of it. It does damage it.
I will then move, and I'll take the risk. I'll run out of the room.
Yeah, it definitely takes a swipe at you with a 15 to hit.
That's a miss.
All right.
And I'll tell him to get ready to close the door.
All right. You tell Alkin to try to close the door. Next up, this sword follows you. And makes an attack at you. That's a 9, so that's a miss. The rest. What? You ran away from it, and it's programmed to do one thing: attack. And hey, you did. The other ones just kind of swarm around you. The two of you left here. 2 are going to go after Bloodwind. 2 are going to go after Elixros. So they probably kind of do this thing. They just swarm up. 2 on Bloodwind. That is an 18 and a 19 to hit.
Very hit.
For 11 damage total.
Okay.
Against Elixros, that is a 16 and a 9 to hit.
The 16 hits.
Yes. The 16 hits for 5 slashing damage, which I can do that. Cool. And that is what they do. All right. And next up we have Alkin.
Yeah.
Alkin with Elixros on deck, followed by Bloodwind. Alkin can really only see the sword now that it's like flown into view. He can like get the ping on it. But he can see it.
Okay. And Phineas said to close the door or to get ready to close the door?
To get ready to close the door once you guys step out.
Okay.
Yeah.
She wouldn't
I guess
close
I'll
it
just
on
wave
you.
the sword.
Yeah, go for the... a 10, the sword just parries itself out of the way.
Cool.
Elixros.
Since I don't have control of this token, it's hard to see. Like, is the other
He's got 2 swords. He's got 2 swords attacking him.
one right there, right below him?
Yeah, one below him and one to his right.
Right.
One to the east and one to the north.
Let's try this. He will try his green flame blade.
Yeah.
He'll attack the one on the. No, he'll attack this one, I guess.
All right, go for it. So you have to make the attack roll.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. I guess the ward pick is his weapon.
Yep.
So 14.
Yes. However, so he goes to attack this thing, and it also just parries itself out of the way of damage. So no effect.
Oh, this is terrible. What does he do? Does he run?
What?
Sorry, just talking to myself. I guess he'll hold there.
All right.
Until Phineas starts. I'm sorry. Until Bloodwind starts to move out.
Bloodwind, it is your turn.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna attack this one.
Okay.
I don't think trying to get out is going to get me out in time. Ugh, only a 10.
This one kind of like flips itself over the blade as you try to slice through it. It does like a pirouette in the air. Unfortunately, no contact is made.
Cool.
We go back to the top with Phineas.
Yeah, with this right in front of him. So, Phineas will. I don't know. He's not really prepared for any of this. Phineas will draw this sword's attention, run down the hall. I know there's a reaction there.
Yeah, it swipes at you with a 6.
That's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
And he will shoot out an Nemo burst at it.
All right, go for it.
18 to hit.
An 18 absolutely hits for 8 thunder damage.
Nice.
Yeah, good job. Anything else, Phineas?
That's it.
All right, cool. All right, next up, the swords. Indeed, the sword is going to be drawn by your attack. So it flies down towards you. Alkin would get an opportunity attack.
Nice.
Okay, great. Glaive. 17 for 8.
Yeah, 8 just right like on the back half of the sword, and it kind of like ping slashes through, damaging the handle as it just sort of slides down, trying to slice Phineas with a 20 to hit for 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
Alkin only knows that it flew down and then heard cries of pain from Phineas.
Right.
Let's see. 2 attacks on Bloodwen. 5 will miss, but a 22 will hit for 9 slashing damage.
Unconscious.
All right. You go unconscious and fall prone. And 2 attacks on Elixaros. A 13 and a 12.
Does 13 just hits?
The 13 just hits. Wild. The 13 hits for 7 slashing damage.
Okay, so he's down at 2.
Great.
Doof.
Cool. Next up, we've got Alkin.
Well, Alkin is going to follow the blade that Alkin saw. So, going down towards Phineas. Until he sees the blade again.
Yeah. He takes about 10 steps down and then can see the blade fully in his vision.
Perfect. And then attack. 22 for 10.
Yeah, the sword, focusing on Phineas, gets cleaved in half by the stronger weapon that Alkin wields, and it falls to the ground with a big dent in it, like the ancient steel has folded up and it clatters to the ground.
Clunk.
No longer moving.
Yay! Defeated a magic sword.
Anything else from Alkin?
I'm going to assume that Alkin is going to ask, are there more?
Good question. Elixaros is surrounded by swords.
Sword.
Yeah, and he would not leave Bloodwind behind, so he'll try the green flame blade again. So first a 19 to hit.
A 19 absolutely hits for 7 piercing damage.
Plus the green flame here.
Yep, it deals 3
3
damage to the other sword. Very nice. Bloodwen, in a familiar state of unconsciousness, I need you to tell me what it is you see and roll me a private death save.
I think this time it'll be an image of my mom yelling at me to keep doing my homework. Not
Nice.
yelling, but being like, have you done your homework yet? Go do your homework. Finish that paper.
Bloodwind, darling, you must be getting yourself to your studies. Get it done now. I'm tired of your antics. No excuses. Now get upstairs and get your work done.
Exactly.
And this image of get your shit together and hurry up emboldens you, and you find purchase and vigor. And with a 17, you are able to stand up again. Wow. Hollow ones don't do a lot, but what they do really fucking well.
What? Oh yeah, no, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna try to attack that same one. Hopefully this time it works. 15 for 14.
15 unfortunately does miss.
Oh my god.
You go to swing your axe, and the sword like drops down like 6 inches and just misses where you were. I wander about. Thank you for the compliment for the voice work. I try. Anything else, Bloodwind, on your turn?
I guess I could back up. I'm gonna get an attack of opportunity.
You absolutely will.
And I'm just gonna lead them out into the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, there's no point. I'm just gonna stay here.
All right. That brings us back to the top with Phineas.
Phineas will answer Alkin. Yep, there should be 4 more, but they probably took. Oh my god, they're still all up and swinging. And he's gonna. You know what? He's gonna flip the game a little bit. Flip the game book. He's gonna pull out his trusty boomerang.
Oh my
Okay.
God, I love it.
And he's just gonna attack this one right in front of Bloodwind.
Okay, go for it.
Boomerang attack, go. A 21 to hit.
So you pull out this boomerang from somewhere no one's ever seen before, and in a very Sokka-esque moment, boomerang, and it tings into the sword and comes back to you as part of the attack. And you hit it for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen a boomerang used effectively in D&D combat before. So that's pretty fucking dope.
That's a first.
That is dope as hell.
You're first, guys.
Oh my goodness.
That is fan-fucking-tastic. I love it.
Trusty boomerang.
Cool. Oh, actually, it only returns to your hand on a miss, so the boomerang does not return to your hand.
Oh no, it just clatters.
It bangs into the sword and then.
I didn't even read
you know what?
Just assume.
You know what? Here's what I'll say. Roll a straight luck check.
Right.
Anything above a 15, and it comes back to your hand. Just a straight D20.
No, just
no. So unfortunately, it hits the sword and then plonks to the ground somewhere. Still looked epic as shit though. Like, still was amazing.
it probably freaked out Bloodwind a little bit, thinking like a boomerang came to life.
This piece of metal just like flew by, and it.
What the?
All right. Well,
well done. Well done indeed. So then we got some sword action here. A sword against Bloodwind is a 13 to hit.
That hits.
For 6 slashing.
I'm out.
So down you go. Down you go, unconscious and prone. The other sword would also have swung at you, which is an 18 to hit, so that is 2 failed death saves.
It's 2 failed death saves because it hits me?
Well, because you are prone on the ground and it's a melee attack, it gets advantage, which, if it hits, it is then considered a critical hit against an unconscious creature.
Okay.
And that equals, when you're unconscious, 2 failed death saves.
Right. Okay.
And then 2 swipes against Elixaros. The first is a 5, the second is a 14.
14 hits.
For 3 slashing damage.
That would put him down.
So Elixaros also goes down. And from the hallway, Phineas, you see and hear your friends clatter to the ground. Which brings us to Alkin.
Cool. Alkin is going to follow the instructions and walk into the room till he can sense one of them within range, so keeping them at 10 feet.
Yeah, he just needs to like walk like into the doorway, and he can see this one right here.
Great. That's what he'll do. And then he will glaive that one.
Glaive away.
19 for 8.
Oh yeah, it definitely
Excellent.
takes it down. We then go to Elixeros, which I will roll that.
Yeah.
During these moments, he thinks about how much of a jerk he was to Phineas, and he says, "You know what? If I come back to life, I'll be a better person towards him."
Phineas likes to think that's what he thinks, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Bloodwen, we go to you. I need you to tell me what you see in this moment of unconsciousness, and then privately roll me.
Yeah, this time I'm going to see the, basically my parents' faces the last time I saw them and was in the city before leaving town, and the look on their faces of, like, almost disappointment, but hiding it, being like, go do things in the world, this will be good for you. I can't believe that you messed up here in the city. You know, like that double whammy.
Yeah, and you see your mother and your father looking at you in this vision. All right, Bloodwind, make sure you do the best you can out there. You're bound to find your place in the world. Though I'll miss you terribly. And don't fucking pull any of this stuff. I love you very much, lass, but don't be getting in the way. Make your mark on the world within the confines of the structure. Within the confines, girl. Don't be busting against it all the time. And as you see them wave goodbye to you, you stand up with a 17, because Hollow Ones are amazing at this.
My favorite.
Hollow One Barbarians are like a good choice, I think.
This is fun. Great. I'm gonna try to attack the same one.
Yeah, you stand up, you see Elixeros on the ground. But again, this sword just goes up in the air this time because you tried to figure it to go down again, and it's just like, whoop.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. I've attacked. I probably can't like pick up Ross, can I?
Not really. No, that would be more of an actiony thing.
Yeah, it'd be a full actiony thing. Okay, well, this is my life now. I'll say, hi, Alkin. These swords are hard to hit.
Meanwhile, Alkin's just been like cranking him down.
I don't know.
Phineas, we're up to you.
Yep. He's gonna shoot at this one, the Anemo Burst.
Yeah, go for
it. Dirty 20 for 5 points of thunder damage.
Which one were you targeting?
I'm sorry. This one right here.
Your dragon flies and poof, detonates, and you see like a quick shimmer fly over the blade, and it drops down and clatters ting 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 among the metal, inert.
Nice. I will then move over to here.
When will we learn not to go into the rooms?
Yeah, right there.
Very cool. Could have been cool stuff in here. You don't know. There could still be.
I know. We wanted stuff. The cure could be
like health potions. There better be health potions in there, because
who knows?
Right.
I don't think we can survive another room.
I don't know.
These swords are going to attack.
Yep.
2 swords go after Bloodwind still. That is a 14 to hit.
Hits.
For 2 slashing damage.
I'm down.
And an 18 to hit, so that's 2 failed death saves.
And 2 failed death saves. So this is...
So it's like one stabs you and you go down, and the other one just kind of shrink. In like a coup de grace move. Very tense. This other one flies over to Alkin because he has now entered the room. And is a new target. And that's a 20 to hit Alkin for 6 points of slashing damage. And it is Alkin's turn.
So Alkin just got hit for the first time, so I have to write this down somehow.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, writing utensils. I have a frisbee on my desk, but not a writing utensil. Okay, I found one.
2 swords, 1 barbarian, says Ives got it.
2 swords, 1 barbarian. Ugh. Shush you. Oh, it looks like Alkin was already hurt, which I did not notice.
Yes.
Okay.
He could have rolled hit dice. So you can roll. You can roll. I think fighters are a D10. So go ahead, roll a D10, and we'll add that back to his hit pool.
Okay.
And just note that he used 1 hit die.
Ugh. Oh my god.
Oh no.
What?
Plus his con modifier,
Okay.
which is a
2.
plus
So
2, I
he-
think. All right,
yeah.
great.
So he had 13.
Yep. So he's down to 7 now.
6. Yes.
So he's got 7 now. So okay, very cool. All right.
Okay. That was fun.
Yep. So it's Alkin's turn. Glaive away, Alkin.
Gonna glaive.
Yeah, do it.
Did it roll? No.
Negative.
11?
Unfortunately, an 11 will not hit.
Apparently the ones in the room are hard to hit.
I'm going to roll again for Elixirros. Okay. Next up, we got Bloodwyn. Tell me,
Hey.
Bloodwyn, what do you see in this moment of unconsciousness?
I see my drill sergeant, doing the like, did you really just do this, all this damage about a pair of socks? Like, back in that moment, except it's like even more dramatic. In this version, he's screaming at me, not just, yeah.
So, this fantastical memory of a drill sergeant. Loldax, get your stuff and get out of here. I don't want you here no more. Get out, get out, get out. Get out of my barracks. You're done. And you're like, shit, I gotta go. And with a natural 20, you stand the fuck up.
Do I still only get 1?
You know, because it's a natural 20 and this is like your jam, I'll give you 2 this time. You can have 2 hit points.
Yay! Not that it'll make any difference. Oh my god, this is so funny. Great. I will get up again, and this time I think I'm going to notice that Elixirros is down,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to suck at this, but I'm going to try to stabilize.
Okay, make a medicine check, DC 10.
Okay.
Oh.
Shit, it's a 4.
You try to like close some wounds, but you were not a field medic. This is not your bag. You don't think you've hurt him, but you don't think you've helped him either.
Great. A little help here.
And that brings us to Phineas.
Phineas hears Bloodwind call out for help, and like that scene from Mrs. Doubtfire will like start running through the restaurant, jumping over tables and chairs.
Help is on the way, dear.
Sweetie. Yep. He will stop there, and he will also attempt to stabilize.
Great. Make a DC 10 medicine check. Unless you're gonna like pump heals into him, in which case.
Actually, yeah. Let me do that instead. So I would do cure wounds on him.
All right.
Yay.
For 7 points of heal.
Excellent.
And that's the last spell I can cast today.
Yay!
Yay, level 2.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, level 2.
I'm
Good
now
job.
Uh,
rooms now.
Good job,
Three
Phineas.
rooms now.
All right. The swords are up next. One is going to slash at Alkin. But with a natural 1, it swings at him and embeds itself in this bit of wall right here. And can't seem to pull itself out at the moment.
Excellent.
nice.
One is going to swing towards Bloodwen. That is an 11 to hit.
No.
And the second is also going to swing towards Bloodwen. That is a 15 to hit.
Yes. I go bye-bye again.
For
Unless it rolls a 1.
this is the best part. For 2 slashing damage.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
What a wonderful time. So like a crazy pseudo dead yo-yo, Bloodwen falls to the ground yet again.
The pseudo yo-yo.
Alkin is up, and this sword is like embedded in the thing and can't move, so I'm going to say it's restrained. So I'm going to say he has advantage
All right.
on a glaive attack against this particular sword.
Glave.
Yeah, 19 definitely hits for 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
He just brings the glaive down, twang, and the blade vibrates.
Right.
Wonderful. That will bring us to Elixeros, who can stand up now that he is
Yes.
no longer unconscious.
He'll go after this one here with his
Great, I love that. Do it.
pickaxe. War pick, sorry.
Yeah, war pick.
And he'll cast the green blade flame too.
Yeah.
If it hits. Yes, it hits.
It absolutely hits. Going twing, and he pings it down, and a long scratch appears along the length of the blade as the blade does somersaults, and it lights with green fire that spills over onto the next one, damaging it for 3 fire damage. Good job, Elixeros. Hey, Bloodwin.
Hey.
We've been here before.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another story.
I need another image from your past, as you see, as you're getting well acquainted with your past.
I know. This time, this is the death of my first pet. It's gonna be like a little lizard that I found in the house that I put in a box, and my mom didn't know I had, and I come to bring it food, and it's dead in the box.
Yes, you open this little box, and you see this little cave lizard, kind of unmoving and dead inside, and you realize you should have put air holes in the box.
Shut up.
And you stay down with a failure on a 5.
7-year-olds don't know. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next up, we got Phineas.
Phineas will attack this blade here.
Cool. Yeah, it is still embedded, so you have advantage.
Cool. So we'll just do a straight Nemo burst.
Yep.
right?
So straight attack. Yeah.
A 19 to hit for 3 thunder damage.
Yeah, your little dragon boom, bursts right into this thing for 3 damage. The blade shimmies and shakes. And with that, that blade spends its turn pulling itself out of the wall, so it doesn't get to attack, but it is now free. The other 2, one of them goes for Phineas. That is a 13 to hit Phineas.
Miss.
And one floats and goes after Elixeros. That is a 21 to hit for 9 slashing damage.
Yeah, he's back down.
All right, Elixeros goes down. Down again. Mighty Elixir-os.
Wow.
Okay. We go to Alkin.
Well, Alkin is going to hit the thing that's in front of him.
Yeah, do it. Come on, Alkin.
Ugh, a 9 again.
Unfortunately, a 9. It's still a little vibraty, and so the vibration just kind of throws off, and it manages to roll to the side as the blade comes down.
Quick question.
Sure.
Is there advantage because I'm on the other side, or no? Because they're...
No, because it's a flying
swords.
sword, there's not like a body
Okay.
to distract. It's just a weapon in the air.
Figured I'd ask.
Yeah. Good hustle.
Good point.
And I'm going to roll silently to myself for Elixir-os. Okay. Elixir-os sees something in his mind. And we go to Bloodwen.
So Bloodwind, this is fast forwarding to the next creature that Bloodwind brought home.
Mm-hmm.
This time did put holes in the box. It's a bird that had a broken wing, and this time Mom knows.
Excellent. So you show the bird to Mom and how well you've been taking care of it. She looks at, Bloodwind, darling. See, that's a good work on the splint there. I think it's time to remove it. And she comes in with some little tiny shears and snip, snip, removes the splint. And the bird, tweet, 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 flies out of the box, out the window into the tree, whatever tree grows underground in Uthadern, into that tree. It's a cave bird. They exist. It flies there, and that memory. Take flight. Just live your life. Pushes you out with a 16, and the craziness that is Hollow Ones. You come back with 1 hit point, and and can stand up for half your movement.
That's what I will do, and I'm going to change things up and attack this one that's behind me, since
Yeah.
that has a butthead.
Yeah, it is. Go for it.
Why didn't it go? 16.
With a 16, you scrape down the blade, but it doesn't seem to take any damage. Very close. It like catches it. It catches the blade of your axe on the hilt and like pushes it back.
Okay, and then I guess I'm gonna notice. Oh wait, Electros is down again, and that's the end of my turn.
Indeed, he is. Phineas, we're up to you.
Yep. All I can do is just try to stabilize Ross. So
Yeah,
medicine check and go.
Ugh.
Nope.
Indeed not. He's bleeding out from a wound that seems to be gushing, for lack of a better term. All right.
I was probably distracted.
Yeah, from a sword that tries to swipe at you.
Because I can see my boomerang.
Yes, the boomerang is 10 feet away from you. If only it would come back. Unfortunately, it is not sentient. But a 14, I don't believe, hits you, Elixir-os. One swings to Alkin with a 13. Sorry, Alkin.
Yeah.
Phineas.
Alkin, sorry.
Yeah, so
Wait, Alkin?
14 to Phineas, 13 to Alkin, and to Bloodwen, it's a 9. The swords were very ineffective this round.
Yay!
Which brings us to Alkin, indeed.
Great. Alkin's gonna do the thing.
Yeah. Glaive away.
25 for 11.
Yeah, he brings the glaive up overhead, boom, bending the blade again with the sheer force of his push down into the ground, bending and snapping the blade as it crashes into the ground. It is destroyed.
Excellent.
Yes.
Then we have Elixir-os, who will roll a death saving throw. Okay. Then we go to Bloodwen.
Great, that's me. I'm gonna try to stabilize my friend Ross again.
All right, medicine check, DC 10.
16.
Yes.
Hey, with that, he is stabilized and no longer needs to make death saving throws.
Excellent. It's because I remembered the bird and
Yes.
what I learned about the bird.
Yes, the treating of the wings, very important.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, Phineas. We are on to you.
Let's go with this guy here with a Nemo burst at disadvantage.
I'm sorry, which one? The one above you?
Above me, yes.
So
17 to
a
hit.
17.
Thunder damage.
17, the bird fly, the wind gathers around
Dragon.
you. Yes, the wind gathers around you and the dragon tape shape, and right in front of you, it detonates, full on blasting this thing, and it takes 10 points of thunder damage.
Woo!
Nice.
And you see a quick glitter runs down the shine of the blade, for indicating what you don't know. Well, you know what? Give me an Arcana check. See if you can figure that out.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm trained in it. Let's see.
Yeah.
A 22.
With a 22, it seems like the magic that's like keeping it aloft has taken a big hit and like could be pretty close to going down.
Good.
Okay.
And it is the swords again. And the sword will attack you there, Phineas, with a 14, which will miss. And the other one will swing at Bloodwen with a 22
Not very
It feels so bad.
for
Nice.
5 slashing damage as Bloodwen drops down. I wish we had like an editor to make like a supercut of like just Bloodwen like dropping and popping up and plopping and popping up.
I like
the
how
Bloodwen
every
yo-yo.
time I have to visualize something, you take my like 4 words and make it a lovely story.
Hey, you know, I got to give you something while you're in combat.
Got it.
Cool. We then move to Alkin. Alkin can see this flying sword at the moment.
Cool, and it is within range because he's got reach.
Yes, because he's got a 10-foot reach with his glaive.
He's going to hack it at it for 20 to do 8.
And in an extended overhand slash, because he's learned those have been effective, he drives it to the ground and the blade snaps at the hilt.
Excellent.
It is destroyed.
Great. And I guess he'll probably like take a couple steps in and be like, any other ones?
Yeah, he steps in. He steps 5 feet in and now can see the forms of Elixir and Bloodwen on the ground.
Oh, that's no good.
Elixir is stabilized. Bloodwen, what do you see in this state of unconsciousness? And roll me a private d20.
Yes. I'm gonna have to like rethink of all these things. I'm gonna this is my life now. This time it's a kid at school has like said something rude, insulted a classmate, and I am like confronting them, and a teacher comes and finds us. It's just like a flashback of like injustice.
Yeah, you see this kid picking on this other kid. Torgen will never have a beard. And you see like Torgen being like, "Screw you, Ragnar." And when this big bushy bearded dwarven woman comes over, "Not now, you two. There'll be no arguing and no making fun." And you're this like, "But Ragnar said that Torgen would never grow a beard." And you get lost in this moment and can't quite come out of it. You remain on the ground.
Great.
We then go to Phineas.
Yep. A Nemo burst at this remaining one.
Yeah, go for it. Roll it, roll it, roll it.
19 for 10 thunder damage.
The air collects around your arm, and the little air dragon and detonates right in front of this thing with so much force that it sends it spiraling back into one of the iron weapon racks, and the blade just bends around it and clatters to the ground. Yes, Amber, that is correct.
Cool.
And it is down. between Phineas and Alkin, you can successfully. Alkin can make a medicine check. Sure, blind man doing a medicine check. Let's go for it.
Yeah, why not?
I've seen crazier stuff.
To try to stabilize Bloodwen.
Yeah.
Alkin succeeds in stabilizing Bloodwen.
No, that's Phineas.
That was me.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, Phineas, you succeed in stabilizing Bloodwen.
Oh no, I guess it would be Alkin's turn next if you're still going through the.
It would be technically. It would be Alkin turns. So
here.
Hold on to that.
Oh.
So Alkin can't do it. Bloodwen, you are unconscious. Go ahead, tell me what you see, and give me a roll.
This. Oh my god.
Give us one more story before break.
This is getting harder and harder. So this is gonna be
First kiss.
no.
Your first bike ride.
This is gonna be the day that I enrolled in the academy.
Yeah.
And like seeing everybody else who's enrolling and sort of like comparing myself to them.
Yeah, you see them, and you see them around you, and you see your father very proud, standing at the top, talking to the commandant of the academy, because he obviously knows them.
Oh, definitely.
And you remain unconscious. But Phineas comes around, and with a 13 medicine check is able to stabilize you. And that is where we will take a 5-minute short break here, everybody, because woof, that was a wild, wild ride. Well done, everybody. That was fantastic. You two stepped up and did some great work. So well done.
Yeah.
Good job.
I wanted to be known. I pick up my boomerang.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You will pick up the boomerang.
You can absolutely reclaim Boomerang. It did a fine job.
Yes, I give it a quick kiss.
Yeah. Hey, hope you named it and took it out once or twice. Hey, thank you everyone for being with us so far. We're going to take a quick 5-minute bio break, and we will be back after this short rest. So thank you all very much. We'll be right back.
love to help you out.
Hello, everyone. We are back. Thank you for sticking with us through a short rest. Our heroes have ventured through the first few rooms of this Salsvault, this ancient laboratory, for lack of better terms. Elixiros and Bloodwen have been unconscious, but stabilized after battling a group of 5 flying swords in a room full of all this sharp weaponry. Phineas, it occurs to you that leaving them on this broken, rusty metal is probably not the best idea. So you and Alkin can easily pick them up and move them to a safer place.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah.
Bloodwind. Maybe you'll leave Elixiros.
So you can move them without too much hassle. Where do you want to move them? Do you want to move them just out into the hallway? Do you want to move them back into the room? You don't know how long it's going to be until they revive.
Do I get a sense? Well,
Do you get a sense of what?
I'm sorry. No. Nothing. Yeah, I'll just put them the other side of the room, I guess.
What was that?
I'm sorry. Put them on the other side of the room.
The entire room is littered with
Okay.
shrapnel, essentially.
Okay.
So not the
Can I
best place for an unconscious body.
Right. Okay. So let me just take him out of the room.
Yeah, it's easy enough for you and Alkin
Okay.
to get both of your friends just out of the room here.
Yeah, we're just going to the hallway here.
Yeah, totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long it'll be before I wake up either. Probably a long rest.
Not too much longer though. About an hour in, Bloodwen, you do come back to consciousness with 1 hit point.
All right.
And then Alkin Elixiros is still out. But it's given that you're this high north, the sun is probably set outside. You've taken a couple hours to rest up in this time. So if you wanted to take this opportunity to just hold up somewhere and get a long rest, and you probably could take that chance.
I feel like that we have to, because we have no way of healing, and I am spent. I know that I just keep getting up, but it really takes something out of you.
Yeah, no, I get it.
All right. I guess we just pull out some blankets and curl up against a wall. Maybe.
Where would you like to take this rest?
Should we go back to this?
You can go back to there's the forge room, there's the room that had the stone tables and boxes, and then there's the entry room.
I guess we could close all the doors and go to the stone tables and boxes. A little further back.
Thursday? Yeah.
It's not like walking 2 rooms down is going to take that long.
Yeah. So you head back to that second area.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough to do. You all head back there, and
the doors behind us.
Yeah, you close up the doors and settle in for a rest. What would you like to do in this rest? Are you just gonna all hunker down and camp out? What is your plan?
I think we should do watches.
Definitely watches
Three of
here.
us that are here. And I'm thinking I'm just gonna do like pull out a blanket and lean against a wall.
Cool.
Not gonna try to make a camp, gnaw on some dry food and move on.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, right, we have to figure out the whole ration thing.
Yeah. You all take a rest. You can make perception checks if you want. You two can make a perception check to see if anything occurs throughout the night.
Perception.
8. Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I'm less so.
This place is quiet. It seems like you've destroyed a bunch of the creatures that were here. And, like, nothing comes and bothers you during your watches.
Yeah, no, I think we killed all of them, so the rest of this place is safe.
Free and clear now.
Yep. That was the
Totally.
worst of it.
Absolutely.
Nothing else bad can happen.
No.
Yeah, who's to say what exists beyond this time? But you all get a full rest in.
Yay.
You get a full long rest, which is great. So good job. You got through a day. If so, you could all mark off rations. Just take a note.
Ration.
Take a note for everyone to mark off a ration, and
Just one.
make a note that you are adding another. This is another day.
Right. Okay.
So everybody gets full hit points, all your spells back, all that fun action. And you wake up in this room of debris and stone boxes.
Good.
Ooh, okay. Yes, that's a little stretch.
Yeah.
Let's do that again. Okay.
Time
Back to
get
the hallway.
going. Yeah. It's time to go. We have
Alright,
have
and
to
we're going.
save this family. We'll ignore
We're
that
going.
door.
Okay.
We have to look in this door.
We have to look at this door because this is the next door.
We have no idea where this cure could be. So,
So
I
you-
guess we could.
So you're
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm just, so you're going to continue down the same direction, down that same hallway.
Yep. And
There
there's
weren't
this
any
door
other-
now.
From that first room, there wasn't another direction to go, was there?
There was from the very first room you entered in. There was the door that the armor came through, but there was another door on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we should probably still just keep going because we don't know what to do that way. But what if that's the cure right there?
No way to know.
Do you want to go back and check it out? I mean, it's not a far walk.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's like 50 feet. Maybe
It
60
is.
feet. That's 12 seconds of our life.
12 seconds of our life.
So as you walk down, this hallway, now that you like actually can look at this door for the first time, and it is not, and you're not like fighting flying swords or whatever, you can see that there's a big, large X symbol kind of painted across the stone door.
Oh.
I'm sorry, of this door here that we're in front of?
Yeah, and as soon as you stop to look at it, you can hear violent banging and the sound of heavy objects being tossed around from inside the chamber.
Yeah, Phineas is just gonna keep walking past it and just nope,
Well,
nope. Let's.
can I look at the X? Can I tell if it's like a recent addition to the door?
Make an investigation check.
A 9.
It's hard to
Can
tell.
anybody tell? Is this like a? Did they check this door, or did they just decide not to go in? Because it could be that we have to fight something to get this cure.
I mean, it looks like there's a bit, like it looks like it was painted on. Without actual light, you can't tell what color it is, but you can see that it is on the door with your dark vision. It's just a different shade of gray.
Right.
Yeah, a big X on the door. It's a bad thing.
And like when you put your ear up to it, you hear this smashing of something, heavy objects being thrown around.
Right. Just that doesn't mean the cure's not there. Just means that something else is. We can look elsewhere first. We just may have to come back.
What about this door that I'm next to?
Conserve.
Do I hear anything?
Is it marked?
Is there a mark on the door?
Moving further down the hallway to the next door on your on the north or on your left.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the door. You can make a perception check to like hear through the door again.
It's another nat 20.
You hear what sounds like moving air and maybe something else. Like you definitely hear like howling air, like it's like you can hear the outside. And then there's something else, a softer sound as well. So maybe there's like an open window or something. Who knows?
Okay. I just hear air, like a nice howl of air coming through this. Well, on the other side of this door, which sounds a lot nicer than a banging and thrashing happening in the other room.
I guess we go in. That's fine.
Okay.
Who's ever been afraid of air? It's not like you blow things up with air.
I mean, other than balloons, but those are fun and safe.
Unless they're part of a surprise party.
Alkin, why don't you open this door here?
Alkin is currently shadowy and indistinct.
Yeah, I can open the door. I will open the door.
Good try, though,
This is
Mike.
me opening the door.
I just,
Yeah.
so strong in this group.
Yeah, so you open the door, and you get blasted by a cold wind that is howling through this collapsed east wall of this massive chamber. And the far side is completely submerged under what you can tell is like ice frigid seawater. And you can see like there's a dense bed of kelp that grows up from the submerged floor. So you couldn't tell what's on the ground beyond that. But what you do see in this room that piques your interest are bits of broken glass and what remains of shattered tables covering the dry section of the upper corner of this room. So it is possible, just by looking in here, that glass vials. The frigid woe was in a glass vial, so it's possible that this room had something relating to the frigid woe.
All right, let's pool our resources and all of us investigate. Not that I'm good at it, but I could help you.
Yeah. What's your What is your passive perception?
13.
Yeah. So, upon entering Bloodwind, you're the first to notice it. You see a stone chest. Seems to be built into the floor and submerged in the water against the back wall. Like back over here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to point that out. Perhaps we should investigate that. Is the water terribly deep or cold?
It's probably cold, yeah, because it's, you know, it is Isselcross.
Right. I'm going to poke it.
But you cannot tell what exists in the water. But back over here against the far wall, you can kind of see a chest.
Okay. Can I'm just gonna like use my axe or something and just like poke it to see how deep or see if I wake anything up.
Yeah, you poke into the water and it's there. It looks like it's... I mean, you can see the water leaking in from like this area here and like this area here, and most of this back wall is smashed out, and so it's just a mass. It's like, because remember, the whole lab is kind of tilted on this angle, right?
Right.
So like this section is like in the water.
Let me try something, if I may, and I will cast Mage Hand, and I'm just gonna have Mage Hand just kind of swim inside the surface, see if anything wakes up, start swimming towards it.
Okay. So you dip your mage hand into the water. And make a investigation check.
Question mark?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see, like, maybe
11.
or because you're trying to see if there's anything. So yeah, I guess an investigation check.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. With an investigation check of an 11, your mage hand skims across the top of the water through some of the kelp, but does not garner the attention of anything. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, water seems okay. I mean, doesn't seem to be anything swimming in it. With the mage hand still, can I grab the treasure chest at all? So like a handle. I'm gonna guess it's super heavy and you can't.
I mean, you can tell it's made of. You can tell it's made of stone, and it doesn't. It doesn't budge.
Okay. No. Okay. Okay.
But it doesn't seem I could walk in it to go to the
Well, like, so the chest
it's
is
not like too deep for walking, it's just really cold.
the chest is like, you know, like 1.5 feet tall maybe, and you can see the top of it.
Okay, right. That's the main. It's not like weirdly deep.
No, it's not like super deep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wade in and go to the chest.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna wade in, then the rest of us will ready our weapons for anything that comes swimming towards you.
Yeah.
Which there shouldn't be.
As you're setting this like plan up, okay, I'm gonna wade in. That is when, storming out of the water,
Oh, great.
comes a series of crabs.
Crabs.
Not just any crabs.
Mine.
Giant crabs.
Mine.
So 4 giant crabs just swim up out of the water and swarm you.
Nice. Hello, crabs.
Yeah, swim, crawl up on land. Swim, crawl up on land. And they all get in a surprise round, so all these attacks are at advantage. So that's a 22 to hit Bloodwind for 5 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. That's a 13, which will miss you, I believe, Bloodwind.
13 hits.
Oh, 13 hits for another 3. So you are grappled by both of these crabs. That's a 19 to hit Phineas for 3 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. And a 6, which will miss. And now I need everyone to roll initiative
More fights.
for crab attack.
Oh my gosh. My initiative is just sucking.
Crab attack.
Oh, that's not good. And then Ross is
Did it roll?
11.
Ugh.
So Phineas is 6 and Ross is 11.
And Alkin is also 6. Alkin's dex is... I can read a 15.
And what's yours, Phineas?
Phineas is 6.
No, your
Ross is-
dex.
Oh, my dex, I'm sorry. Dex is a +2. 14.
14, okay.
Double tie. Oh, yes, I guess, yeah, 14.
So Alkin will go just before. But it is the crab's turn. They rolled better than all of you. So they are just going to attempt to claw the 2 of you again. That is a 13 against Phineas, which will miss. That's a 21 against Phineas. Which will hit you for 3 bludgeoning damage. And so now you are grappled by both crabs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that was possible.
Yep, they've both got their clippity claps on you. These crabs are like 5 feet round, like they are humanoid sized. Bloodwind, the other 2, a 16 for 7 bludgeoning damage, and a 22 for 6 bludgeoning damage. And you're already grappled, so.
I'm very grappled. They're
Yeah.
just pinching harder and harder.
Yep. But it is Elixiros's turn, with Alkin on deck, followed by Phineas and Bloodwind.
Yep, he is going to... I don't know if he can do this over Alkin's shoulder, but he's going to use his Fire Breath weapon to hit these 2.
No, so he'll have to move in, but he can then
Okay.
fire them, because he's got a line, I think.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. So
by 30-foot line.
Yeah.
Dex DC 13.
Yep. So these 2 giant crabs, let's see. Go ahead, roll damage for that.
Nine.
1 succeeds, 1 fails.
Okay, so
So-
unfail takes half.
Yeah, so this first one will take 4 damage. The second one, who is like just poking up above the water, takes the full 9. So great, good job there, Elixiros.
Well done, Ross. Arlo, now you have to get
Mhm.
down. I don't think you're ever...
And that was acid damage. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Good boy.
It's acid damage.
Yeah.
Nope, doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
These crabs are
Alright,
just as susceptible to acid as they are whatever else, apparently.
She will then move back over to here.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
All right, then we got Alkin with Phineas on deck.
Well, is there something to fight?
Yeah, Alkin has heard the like snapping and clawing, and saw Elixir step in front of him and breathe fire in that direction, or breathe acid in that forward direction.
Perfect. So gonna just take a step forward.
Yeah, he takes one step forward and can see a massive crab that has gripped Bloodwind in one of its claws.
Wonderful. Gonna glaive it. 21 for 11.
Yeah, Alkin just brings down his glaive and like slashes this thing off like at the claw, and it like and like falls over dead.
Perfect.
Bleeds out through its shattered body.
Excellent.
Cool. I think Alkin would take one more step forward to see if there's another one.
And indeed, he does see there is another one.
Oh, look. I'll just stand there.
That brings us to Phineas. You are grappled by 2 giant crabs.
Let's do... let's do a Nemo Burst. Let's do it against... let's do it against this guy right here.
All right, make an attack at disadvantage.
Yes, sir.
A 17 will hit for 7 thunder damage.
Thunder.
Your little thunder dragon detonates right in its face. And it kind of like shakes its head like, what the hell? Then we go to Bloodwind.
Great. I'm going to just attack this one.
Yeah, do it.
Because I'm grappled, that doesn't change anything, right?
Nope. Phineas had disadvantage because it was a ranged attack.
Wonderful. Oh, good lord.
An 8, unfortunately, bounces off the hard shell of this here.
How do crabs live in water this cold?
They got shell insulation? I don't know. But it seems to be the case.
Shellies.
But it is back to the crabs. Crab the first against Phineas. That is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
And a 12 to hit, so both miss.
Miss.
And then Crab against Bloodwind. Did you want to rage or anything on your... Well, it's up to you.
No, it's not going to make any difference.
Okay, well that's 20 to hit for 6 damage.
Great, unconscious.
No. Bloodwind gonna Bloodwind.
This is my life now. I didn't get a chance to rage, and now I've been damaged. So.
Yeah, it specifically says that they get a surprise attack if nobody's passive perception notices them. And the only one who could have noticed them was Alkin, and he was not close enough because he's blind.
Because he's blind. I love it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end.
All right. So that brings us to Elixiros.
Okay. She will next. Let's see. Let's do this. He will attack this one right here.
Okay.
Near Bloodwind. Using Eldritch Blast.
All right. Yeah, that smoking blue orb appears and shoots off, blasting into this crab for 6 force of damage. It like hits like the face, that weird crab face, like right between the little eye stalks, and just burrows itself in through the skull, or that face area, into the shell, and it just collapses inwards and sinks to the bottom of that water and kind of slips off.
Yeah.
Is dead, which is good because it was going to drab an unconscious Bloodwind into the water and eat it.
Yay!
So good job.
But now I'm worried about Phineas.
Good job, Elixiros. We go to Alkin.
Cool. I guess Alkin will just take another step forward without trying, just to see what else is there until he can sense an enemy in range.
Yeah, seeing the water, he'd probably go around,
Yeah.
and like once he gets to there, he can see that there are 2 more crabs.
Great. Whatever you'd have to do to find range and then attack.
Yeah, so like he could probably hit both of them from here, or he could come down here and definitely hit them both.
Yeah, sure. I'll go there.
All right. Yeah, easy enough to do.
See all the baddies.
Yeah.
Ooh, that time he rolled a nat 1 though.
Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna need Phineas and Bloodwind to roll d20s.
Great.
Okay. Phineas, Alkin's blade swirls around, and you've seen him do this before, so you like...
I swear, always from Alkin.
So you duck a bit, and the blade just misses and slashes through, missing this crab that he was aiming for, but hitting the body of this crab that's floating in the water as it begins to sink, and a piece of like shell shrapnel gets carved off and cleaves and bonks you right in the head for 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Flying bits of crab.
Wow. Okay.
Flying crab. But Phineas, it's now your turn.
Great. Anemo burst against the same creature as before.
All right. Disadvantage attack roll, please.
A 12 to hit.
Your dragon flies out, bursts at this thing, but it brings up its claw, and the burst seems to not affect it.
Got it. All right. That's his turn.
Bloodwind, what do you see in this unconscious moment that you have here? And then send me a private d20 roll.
Yep. This is a moment, sparring, early days in the academy. And I'm just focused entirely on the sparring. Like, I can't picture who this person is. It's just a gym time. There's the sounds of other people sparring, instructors hollering, just in the chaos. Loud, sweaty, and stinky.
Yeah, and as you hear all this, all this like commotion in your mind, it like builds the blood pressure up, boom, 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 and you rise up with 1 hit point.
Ta-da! I will get up 5, 10, 15, and circle around to this one, and I'm going to attack it.
Yeah. With a natural 20.
Total of 15 damage.
With 1 solid overhand stroke coming down, how do you kill this crab?
Oh, just gonna be classic. Just come right in the middle, hit the body, and just snap the shell. And just like...
Yeah, so just a massive crack appears along the top of the shell, and it bisects perfectly in half and falls to either side, releasing one of the grapples on Phineas, which is nice.
Yay! I'm gonna stand there.
Cool. Giant crab is going to just attack Phineas, because that's what he's got, because Alkin doesn't seem to be a threat. But with an 8, we'll miss Phineas. So Elixir-os, it is your turn, followed by Alkin.
He'll do the Eldritch Blast again.
All right, Eldritch Blast. That smoky orb skitters off the top of the shell, deflecting harmlessly off of the crab.
Okay.
Over to Alkin.
Guess what? It's glaive time.
Glaive time, baby.
Oh my god, another natural one.
All right, I'm gonna need Bloodwind and Phineas to roll a d20. And Alkin as well. I'll roll one for Alkin as well, because that's fair.
Okay.
Okay. he brings down the glaive, and the crab kind of skitters out of the way, and like a piece of stone, like a piece of just stone, just like kicks up from the blade, and bonks Bloodwind right in the head for 3 points of damage.
Awesome. Bloodwind's unconscious
no.
again.
No.
This is just too much. I can't take it anymore.
Bloodwind down. Bloodwind go down.
Bloodwind is down again.
Oh my. At least you've got dinner tonight, says Ives got it.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Crab.
All right. Phineas. You got this crab holding on for dear life and seems to be immune to everything now.
Right, I know. Same. Nemo burst disadvantage.
A 25 absolutely will hit.
Right.
For 3
I guess
points.
it's 3.
Yeah, for 3 points of damage. Yeah. The crab like shakes its head. Bloodwen, we go to you.
So, now this is zooming into like graduation day sparring match. And it's like the other person who's the top of the class. That's how they, paired you up or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is like, I'm a little more amped up. I can picture their face. It's this big guy. He's human. No, Luthadern. He's an elf. And like kind of sneering at me, and I'm like, "Arr."
Yeah, this tall, willowy elf just like dances around you on the mat, and you can't quite get your hands on him. He keeps slipping out and like tripping you, and you fall down, and you get beat down and stay down.
Yeah.
Next, we got some crab. Crab gonna crab what it can crab in its claw. That's a 21 against. That's 21 against Phineas for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And then we go to Elixir.
Same thing. Eldritch Blast. Let's do it. 22 to hit.
Just shears. This time he like aims up, and that little smoking orb just spirals through and kind of arcs up and down through the top of the shell like cannonball, splitting a massive hole through the thing, and like all its like insides pour out through the bottom hole as it sinks into the water,
Flop.
destroyed.
There it is.
Alkin can see that Bloodwind's unconscious.
Yeah, I guess Alkin will go and try to stabilize. That's a thing that we've decided can happen.
Yeah.
A 16.
Alkin is able to stabilize Bloodwind.
Yay!
Great. And while we wait for Bloodwind to wake up, I'll, if we may, take a short rest so I can use some hit die.
Yeah, sure. You can take a short rest in this icy cold room. Having just woken up about an hour ago.
Right? This world doesn't want us to live.
It's rough out there in the wilds of Exandria. Yeah, so an hour goes by. You get 9 hit points on your hit die there, Phineas. And still, Bloodwind does not rise up.
Oh no!
After about a second hour, you do stir with 1 hit point.
Great.
So...
Do I have to rest another hour if I want to use hit dice?
You would, yes.
Well, I feel like crap. Are we going to stand here longer? Has anyone gone to the chest yet? Or do we have another way for me to feel...
Phineas, if you wanted to go to the chest, you absolutely could have gone to the chest.
Yeah, I would have tried. Yes.
Cool. So it is absolutely freezing in this water. Like hardcore. Let me just check something here. Yeah. So, what's your Constitution score?
It is so 14 plus 2.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you're able to steel yourself and kind of wade in through the water. It is cold, but it is not like life-threatening. There's no ice here. You get to the chest, and you can immediately tell that it is locked.
Crap.
No one's a rogue artist. Hold on, wait. Do I have something? I thought.
Is in the room where things are getting thrown around.
Wait. Hold on. Just. So I do have thieves' tools. I think that was something that was given to. There was something with the artificer class that it gave me thieves' tools.
I think it gives you proficiency with them, but do you actually have them?
Yeah, I have it here in my equipment.
Oh, great.
So can I try it?
Yeah, you're proficient, so it's dexterity plus proficiency, so it's a +4 on the roll.
Hey.
Damn.
That was not a die roll.
It wasn't?
No, that was just 20 plus 4. That's just math.
Oh, dang.
You spend about 5 minutes screwing with this lock. It's hard because it's underwater, but you don't get it. You're starting to get pretty cold, but you can try again if you want.
All right, let me try one more time.
Sure.
Is this taking long enough, or is this while I'm unconscious?
This is while you're unconscious.
Oh, just slightly better.
Yeah, another 5 minutes goes by, and your hands are beginning to shake, your teeth are beginning to chatter, and you can't get the lock.
Oh man.
All right, yeah, let me go back on land.
All right, you zip back on land.
Hands back up. Yeah, my body. Should say. Sorry, guys, that water is freezing.
Elixir and Al can just kind of nod. As you are rewarming blood when you come back to consciousness with 1 hit point.
What did I miss?
I tried to open this chest, but it is really, really cold.
It's frozen shut?
Yeah, this chest over there.
Oh. Has a lock, or it's just frozen?
No, it's not frozen. It has a lock.
Okay. Well, where should we find the key? There are other rooms to explore. There's a room across the hall. I feel terrible. Maybe I should sit back down.
You can sit down. But you're right. There is another room. We can check out the other room. And there's the other room on the other side of the entrance.
True.
And there's a room with all the loud noise.
True. I have these tools. I don't think they'll make a difference, right? No, none of them.
I don't know.
So, are you going to? Sorry.
Apron again, but nothing there looks useful, right? It's not like a key. that I mistook for a tool.
No, they're all just damaged smith tools of that shiny metal.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we should go, or you could. Oh, dizzy again.
What are you saying? I'm sorry.
Could go try another room, but I'm dizzy. I'm gonna sit here.
Yeah, no, we can try another room, but we can wait an hour or so if you need to
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, get your, I don't know, heart rate back up, blood pressure back up.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna just go all the way. What?
Yeah, you can spend another hour in this lovely coastal view room.
Whoa, what just happened? It rolled it there, but not in here.
It's okay.
11. Okay, weird. Yes, I got some hit dice.
Cool. So 11 plus your uh, con bonus.
11 total. D&D Beyond rolled it.
Oh, okay, so you just spent one hit die. Got it.
Yes.
I gotcha. Cool. Yeah, so you regain 11 hit points over the hour. It's strangely, it is kind of strange because like at the same time as you can feel like this whole thing overarching, like there's danger, you're trying to save a couple of kids and their family. And but at this moment, with just this lapping frigid water out of this this watery expanse of ocean, it's all just pretty, kind of calming.
Pretty. Yeah.
In this old destroyed ruin.
Water does that.
Yeah. But the hour goes by. You are unmolested.
All right. The room across the hall, and then we find out if we have to go to the room with the loud noises.
Yes.
Would you care to listen at the door, dear sir?
I would love to listen at the door. One of my specialties here.
Not to like ruin it, but we seem to be operating like a team. I think you're catching on.
You know what? Team is still a very strong word. Very strong. I mean, like, we still have a lot. I mean, what's happening? I mean, we have, like, and I'm trying to make sure I say this, like, without Falcon hearing us. Like, that blind guy keeps hitting me. I don't know what it is, but.
Take the hint!
But you know what? We're getting there. We're better than yesterday, and the day
you and
before
Ross
that.
haven't
And
yelled at
I
each
mean,
other once.
you know what? I think he's catching on that I'm just the better of the two of us, and he's accepting
No,
his position.
That's not what I mean. No.
No. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I totally get it. He's he
Yes.
he's getting better. He's better. He's better. I'm best. How are you though? You keep falling down.
Yeah, but I keep getting back up.
Right,
I
but
think that's the thing I
that
do.
can't be good for the body, right? I mean,
Well,
look at you. You're looking pale still.
Indeed,
Still.
that once vibrant, like lavender purple skin is much more like ghostly purplish, like almost like a faded bruise.
Interesting. Well, I mean, yeah, I think I don't know entirely, but I know that I've come back for a reason, and I think accomplishing this is going to be part of that reason.
Okay,
I can't be worried. I have a purpose to fulfill.
so do I.
I'm not
And
dead
with
yet.
that, you're not dead yet. None of us are. So, with that,
Not
I
dead
will.
yet.
Says a voice on the other side of the door. No, I will. I will do my thing. I will knock and listen to the investigation check.
Yeah.
Boom, 22.
You knock. The door seems untrapped. There's no response to your knock.
All right. Blood went. It's a
Open
go.
the door.
All right, you open this door. Inside the room, you see 6 long stone tables set with all kinds of like steel and glass laboratory equipment in this chamber. The walls are lined with shelves holding all kinds of weird knickknacks and bric-a-brac and tools. You have no idea what it could be. But on the far side of the room, you see a humanoid with white skin, white hair. There's a weapon at its side, and he's got red eyes that you notice as he moves from table to table, adjusting bubbling mixtures, carefully adding like a drop of this to that, a dash of this powder in this place. Seems to be working on whatever it is, not even paying attention to you. You see him just working away.
Yeah, I don't trust this guy.
Good evening. Good morning.
And the figure turns to look at you slowly, and you can see a very desiccated, withdrawn face, sallow, white, pale, bleached skin, white cascading hair, red, vibrant eyes, and sharpened teeth. And he looks at you. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Forged in Ice.
I mean, what? What are we
Yeah.
gonna do? You either have to talk
Do you
to
have to
him?
say hello to everyone?
Yes.
It's the polite thing to do in society.
Well, yeah. Like,
Right?
it's we either have to talk to him or we're gonna have to fight him. What are we gonna do?
Observe him a little bit. I don't know.
Catch more flies with honey.
That's right.
Yes, wonderful. Well, that's great. Good. I'm very sad that Tanner's issues kept him from getting with us, but hopefully he'll be back next week. He's got a lot of like renovation projects going on, so he might not actually have had power. So hopefully we get him back next week. I'm pretty sure Matt is out next week, which is sad news. Bad news bears. But still, the two of you handled these couple of combats very well.
Not too
With all these,
shabby.
everybody has survived. Bloodwind's a fucking yo-yo of unconsciousness.
It's hilarious. I've never. I mean, like half orcs have the thing where you can get up, but like not like this.
Yeah, like
No. Yeah.
this is the one like real ability that hollow ones have, and it's
Yeah,
super useful when you're the barbarian.
Yeah, well, especially when you're the barbarian with a super low armor class and super low hit points.
Yeah, it's great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be cool.
It's hilarious. How did this happen to me?
It's fantastic. I love it to death.
If you have ideas for life moments to call up, you should put them in chat.
Yeah.
We'll file them away.
Yeah. Feel free. Anyone wants to throw out a life idea for Bloodwind? Anytime she's unconscious in chat, go for it.
Do it.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to end a little bit early because we hit a good spot to end. But if you missed this episode, you can rewatch it on Twitch, I think immediately following the broadcast. And it will be up on our YouTube channel on Monday. So that's pretty dope. You can always check it there. Subscribe to us on YouTube. It doesn't cost you anything. And you can catch all of our stuff up there, all of Forged in Ice, last year's Tomb of Kelenar, and our main Nuuli Forged campaign, which is awesome. And I'm going to figure out who we going to raid tonight. And let's say our goodbyes and plug whatever you want to plug to our good friends here in chat, all our fancy viewers. So yeah, why don't you give us a start there, Phineas?
Yes. I'm Phineas. I've been am still Mike. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next week.
Wonderful. And going up to Bloodwyn.
Hello, I am Bloodwyn, Bloodaxe, and also Amber. And thanks for joining us. Considering it was 2 people, I think we had some fun. I hope you did too. I got nothing to plug. I'm not full of creativity, but yeah, YouTube, like and subscribe, share, stuff like that.
Wonderful. Thank you all very much for joining us tonight. You can find all of our socials on Twitter for as long as that lasts, on Facebook, on Instagram. We're now on Threads. We also technically do have, Mammoth and Hive. We've claimed those. We're not really super active on all of them. But definitely Instagram, we're there, and definitely YouTube. You can leave us a comment and a like on a video. And that's that. I have been Jared, your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged presents Forged in Ice, a Critical Role inspired adventure with episode 5. Come back next week for episode 6. It's going to be fun with whatever this entity is that they've met. Big thank you to Ives Got It for being the best mod ever. We're going to raid Lost Initiative. I think they're playing some like Mass Effect D&D, which is going to be, which sounds like really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So we will pop in there and say hello. Let them know that they have been newly rated. Thank you for watching, all of us. Thank you NYC Zom for resubscribing. Thank you, Rolling with My Nomies and N7 Tempest. I'm not sure how that works. N7 Nomies, thanks for giving us a follow. And we'll see you all next week right here at 7 p.m. on Twitch, Nuuli Forged. That's it. Let them know they've been newly rated. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.